yourself? Where are you finding out of? A little interesting tidbit about yourself.
Do I look at the camera or do I look at you?
Either one, doesn't matter.
Okay, so I'm Trevor Wells. I'm 27 years old, and I'm fighting out of Temecula, California with Team Quest.
Can you talk to me about how you were approached for this, the process to get into the house, a little bit about the thoughts when you heard that this was an opportunity for you?
Yeah, so my coach, Joe Stevenson, actually put my application in for the show, and I forgot about it completely. And then he sent me an email, like a month or something later that they wanted to follow up with me. So that was, a shock. I completely forgot about the whole situation. So seeing that email and then going through a couple of interviews from there, I wasn't really sure if I was going to get on or not. It was up in the air. I wasn't banking on. And then it ended up happening, and I'm in Vegas now. And, yeah, it's just a crazy experience so far.
When you heard who the coaches were going to be, did that change? Did you get more excited? Were you like, oh no, the Conors involved, and this could go south real fast?
No, as soon as I heard the coaches, I was stoked. I mean, Conor's like the biggest name in combat sports. And Michael Chandler, I've been a huge fan of him too. So I think it's going to be the most watched season, of TUF so far.
What about the interactions between the two coaches? We already know that there was some sort of incident between the two of them. There was pushing, shoving.
Yeah.
What can you say about how they interact with each other?
It's crazy because some days they'll be super cordial, and then some days you get like a crazy incident like that happens, and that's kind of what you expect with Conor. Keeps it exciting, keeps it interesting, but yeah, it was just I was surprised but not surprised at the same time. It's just fun to be a part of it, honestly.
Have either of the coaches, like your opinion of them or the way you viewed them before, changed now that you kind of know them more on a personal level?
No, honestly, I think it was spot on to what everyone thinks. Like, Chandler just seems like a great guy, a good family guy. If you follow him on Instagram or his YouTube or anything like that, he's pretty much exactly what it portrays, and Conor is too. I thought maybe Conor's whole, persona was maybe partially an act, but no, he's really like that. He's crazy, he's intense, he's passionate, and yeah, nothing really surprised me though. Like, they're exactly as I imagined.
What about the house? How has it been living in the house with all these strangers? Some of them maybe not strangers.
Yeah, at first it was a little weird. No one really knew each other, going into it. So, kind of like testing the waters, seeing who we actually are going to be friends with and who's not, who you're going to fight. But overall, everyone's cool in the house. There's vets and prospects. We all have a ton of fights, and everyone's a real professional. But living with 16 other guys, it obviously gets annoying and crazy at the same time. But I mean, it's been okay.
And outside of the coaches, has there been any veterans that you found that have given you the most advice, or somebody that you kind of connect with more than others?
I mean, honestly, I think they've all given me a little advice, and I try to pick their brains as much as possible. I mean, all those guys have been in the UFC, and that's where I'm trying to go, So I think I got a lot of advice from Cody Gibson. He's kind of similar to me, and I've been watching that guy fight from, pre-UFC with him. But honestly, I've learned a lot from all these guys, and I'm just, thankful to be able to pick their brains, kind of, keep learning.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.